Welcome to my video about Bogota, the capital of Colombia. To fly from South America to Central America, you will probably need to have a connecting flight in Bogota or other Colombian cities. It was the case when I was traveling from Curaçao to Chile. So I decided to stay longer in Bogota itself and discover the city. And while you are in the airport of Bogota, you can get some benefits. For example, you can get free vaccine from yellow fever. So if you plan to do a long trip along the South America, I would recommend you to start from Colombia and get this free vaccine. The process is very easy. You find the cabinet for vaccines in the terminal of international flights. Take a number, and once they call your number, fill in the form and get your shot. And initially I was concerned about safety in Colombia because after 2020 most of the countries around the world became more dangerous. So let's start with this topic first. There are some regions in Colombia where tourists shouldn't go at all, while in other places tourists should be very careful. For example, don't wear jewelry and try to look like a person who doesn't worth kidnapping. I personally decided that I would take with me only my old phone, so if it is stolen, I wouldn't be very upset. Also, I didn't take with me my camera, and I used only my phone whenever I wanted to take a photo or video. I tried to use both taxis and public transport, and I would say that using public transport is only for those who are searching for some adventure. Because after looking at the locals, I understood that it's not so safe as you would like to. So I used mostly taxis, and they are pretty cheap in Colombia. So my advice, use taxis. Also, once you are there, it's pretty obvious where you should live and where you should not. For foreigners, I would recommend living in La Candelaria or Chapinero districts. I prefer Chapinero because it looks as the safest part of the whole city. And just to summarize my advice, live in Chapinero and use taxis. Within Chapinero there are many policemen and not many suspicious people, so it will be pretty safe for you. Because of the safety situation in Colombia, you can find good prices everywhere. For example, in Bogota, you can find a good hotel or apartment for $400 to $800 per month, and it will be a really good apartment. The hotel was very comfortable, with its own kitchen and with security available all the time. Besides the apartments or hotels, you can also expect for good prices for the food. For example, I didn't cook myself, but I was ordering delivery or I was eating in the restaurants, and it cost me $150 per 2 persons per 1 week. So I was eating only outside, or I was buying some fruit from the fruit shops. For example, here you can see what you can buy for about $4. And in Bogota, you can find many shops that sell wide variety of fruits and vegetables. I found many tasty places in Bogota, and I'm sure that you will be able to find something tasty too. Local street markets are very interesting. Here you can find different food, clothing and lots of interesting items. If you watched my previous videos, you already know that I enjoy street markets, and in Bogota they are very interesting, so don't skip such places. Besides the street markets, you can also visit some street performances. Here were some dances for some celebrations, as I understood.
¡Eso, el aplauso! ¡Fuerte el aplauso! ¡Fuerte, fuerte! Cuando te tenga el frente me lo vas a hacer igual a Bien, no se metan con esos muchachos porque miren.
Do not miss the opportunity to walk along the streets of Chapinero and La Candelaria. There you will find lots of beautiful buildings, street art and interesting shops. And I was surprised by how much Bogota can offer to curious tourists. But due to the safety restrictions that I made for myself, I didn't take many photos or videos from streets of Bogota. Instead, I decided to make more photos or videos from the museums. There are many interesting museums in Bogota, and I'm sure that you will be able to find some interesting for you. And the biggest discovery for me was Botero Museum. Here you can find many paintings and sculptures made in this wonderful style. Especially I enjoy animals, and I think it's a must visit in Bogota. There are two museums located next to each other, and both are free, so you will pay only for taxi that will get you there. And another great museum is Gold Museum. Here you will discover different jewelry and items made of gold. National Museum of Colombia is also a popular attraction. You can find gold, paintings, sculptures and other items that was made in this country. Of course, Botero Museum is my favorite, and I would recommend to visit it for everyone. But there are many museums in Bogota, and do not limit yourself only to those that I show you. Also, I enjoy visiting botanical gardens in new countries, and in Bogota you can find a good one. During my visit, there were preparations for an exhibition that was happening after sunset. The garden is not huge, but you can spend there a couple of hours for sure. You can find here hummingbirds, flowers and benches in great places. Of course, do not miss the chance to visit the Tropicarium. Here you will find plants from different climate zones. And while I was afraid of possible danger in Colombia, I was surprised by the good prices, tasty food, great amount of museums, street art and tourist shops. So So I can recommend visiting Bogota to everyone, but be careful. Pay attention to what is happening around you, don't wear something expensive, and don't visit dangerous places. Also, as far as I know, Bogota was safer before the coronavirus, so I hope it will be safer again. And while I'm working on the next new video, don't forget to hit the like button below. And also, I would recommend you to watch this video next. This video will tell you about the perfect beach destination, Curacao.